Scotland was so much fun. Every day I was there, I felt like I was learning something new. I did learn something that I wish to share with you, and I hope you will not suffer the same ills I did. If you do go to Scotland and you are ever offered a drink, don't. Because you see, the Scottish, unlike us, we drink to enjoy. The Scottish drink to die. I used to think the Scottish had an accent. I've now learned that's just centuries of people trying not to throw up. That's all that is. Ah, right, what you do? Oh, ah. Yeah, lad has never had that drink. Oh, ah, you dream of dragons. Oh, that go. I made that mistake myself. I was doing shows in Edinburgh. And after one of the shows, I left the venue, and my friend Mick was waiting for me backstage, and he was like, "Oh, Trevor, how was your show?" I said, "It was really good. Mick, how was yours?" He's like, "Oh, not too bad, not too bad. You know what, me and the lads were going down to the pub, gonna grab a drink. You want to join us?" And I said, "No, I don't really drink, Mick. I'm just gonna go home." He's like, "Oh, it's not about drinking, right? We're just gonna hang out, right? Just grab a wee little drink." And that's where he got me. Scottish people do that so well. They're like, "Oh, wee little drink." It makes it sound harmless, doesn't it? Oh, just a wee little drink. Sounds tiny. A wee little drink. Yeah, wee little. Nothing sounds dangerous like that. Yeah, what happened in Nagasaki? Oh, they dropped a wee nuclear bomb. Doesn't sound that bad. He was like, a wee little drink. I was like, oh, you know what? Let's have a wee little drink. And so I joined him. And we went drinking. I don't remember. I do remember waking up the next day in my bed, partially dressed, shirt on the floor, pants still on, left shoe on, right shoe on the pillow beside me, and my head pounding. You know, you can hear your heart beating inside your head. And so I get up and I'm like, oh, I feel horrible. And as I stand up, I could feel the vomit coming. I could feel it. Yeah, I could feel it, just like, it did that thing. But I held it. I control that. Because if there's one thing you should know about me is I don't throw up, okay? Let's just get that straight right. I don't throw up. I control myself. When I see people throwing up, I'm like, you're weak. Control yourself. You're weak. This is my body. This is my temple. I control it. The body tried. It was like, whoa. I was like, no. My body was like, come on, man. I got it. I was like, no. Breathe. Had it in check. Went to the kitchen, started to make some breakfast, and as I poured the milk into the cereal bowl, my body was like, hey, Trevor? I was like, hey, what's going on, buddy? Hey, do you mind if I burp? Of course I don't mind if you burp, buddy. You burp all the time. Yeah, because I'm gonna burp right now. Just a standard everyday burp. I was like, I don't know why you're warning me. You never warn me usually when you burp. You usually burp. I just wanted to let you know it's just a burp. You don't have to worry about it. I was like, okay, well, go ahead and burp. He's like, okay, well, here it comes. And my body was like, burp, burp. Yeah, but then I caught it in my mouth. I caught it all in my mouth, though. And oh, yeah, judge me. Judge me. The only reason you know the taste is because you're alcoholics. You're going to judge me. We've all done that before. And I'll have you know that's the classy thing to do. You catch it in your mouth so you can handle your business in the toilets. Caught it all in my mouth. I ran to the toilets. I threw up, and it was the worst feeling in the world. I don't even drink. Throwing up is now an added reason to not. And you know when you're throwing up, the worst part for me is the dry heaving. You know when you're done, everything is finished, but still, like that's when I know that humans aren't as evolved as we think we are. Because your body and your brain at that point are not. There's nothing left. There's nothing there. And still there's nothing there. There's not. And you know, we're all in that position. It's not gracious. No one's looking cool. You know, everyone is there. Like, you're just like, everyone is in that same position. There's no one who throws up in a cool fashion. No one's there like, whoa. Oh, no one. Every single one of us, we're reduced to a pile of pain.
Oh, it's finished. It's finished. It's finished. Ooh. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, it's so sore, it's so sore. There's nothing there. Why don't you realize that? Ooh, ah. Oh, please, I'm dying, I'm dying. Oh, I'm dying, I don't even know what. Ooh.
And then blood came out. Yeah, not good. So I panicked because I was like, I'm bleeding internally. I need to get to the hospital. Called my friend Mick. I was like, Mick, where are you? He's like, oh, Trevor, I'm at home. What's going on? I said, Mick, I need your help. I think I drank too much last night. He's like, yeah, right, and? I said, and then this morning, I threw up a lot. He's like, yeah, right, and? I said, and then while I was throwing up, blood came out. He's like, yeah, right, and? I said, and that's it, Mick. Blood came out of my mouth. He said, oh, that's too bad, Trevor. So what are you going to do now? I said, I'm going to go to the hospital, Mick. He's like, oh, I don't know if that's necessary. Like, was it a lot of blood? So any blood is a lot of blood. What do you mean? He's like, no, I know what you're saying, but like, was it a lot or was it like a wee bit of blood? Mick didn't take me to the hospital. Instead, he decided to come over with some bananas and white bread. Forced me to eat that. And that night, I had another show. I was horrible. It was a bad show. And afterwards, I leave the venue. And who's standing outside waiting for me? My good friend, Mick. And he's like, Trevor, how was your show? I said, it was horrible, Mick. It was horrible. I thought I was going to die. He's like, oh, that's too bad. You want to go talk about it over a pint? I said, what, Mick? He's like, yeah, let's go grab a wee drink. I said, there's no wee nothing here, my friend. There's no wee ever again. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, Mick, I thought I was going to die. I'm not going to drink. He's like, don't be like that, Trevor. It's just one bad day. I was like, yeah, and I'd like to live to see another, Mick. I'm not going with you. He's like, oh, Trevor, don't be like... I'm like, don't be like what? He's like, don't be a pussy. And that's where he lost me. That is where he lost me. I understand what he was trying to do. Guys do it all the time. Hit you with the phrase, don't be a pussy. Yes. Because it implies weakness. Yeah. Do not be like the vagina. The vagina that is weak. Yes, yes. Don't be a pussy. The guys say that and then you do what they want. Don't be a pussy. Yeah, don't be a pussy because the pussy is weak. And yet, in my personal experience, I have found the pussy to be one of the strongest things I have ever come across in my life. Don't be a pussy? Have you ever come across a pussy? The vagina is one of the most powerful. You realize vaginas can start revolutions and end wars. You realize even on a physical level, the vagina is one of the strongest things that have ever existed. Virtually indestructible. Many men in this room, many men in this room have tales of how they once defeated the pussy. Let me tell you now, they have not. The owner of the pussy may have given you the impression that you defeated the pussy. But it is alive and well, my friends. Whenever people say that, I go, do you understand how impressive the vagina is? Do you understand how strong it is? There's a reason men have sought to oppress it for so long. The vagina is frighteningly powerful. You realize that human beings come out of a vagina. Human beings come out and still it continues to work as intended. Do you understand how impressive that is? Like, I don't know if I'm the only one, but do you understand? A human being comes out of the vagina and still it continues to operate, as it continues to work. After a human has just come out, you're saying it's weak? A human came out of the vagina. You just sit on a penis wrong and it breaks. You just... Don't be a penis. That should be the phrase. Don't be a pussy. I wish I was a pussy. Are you serious, right? I've learned to appreciate it since I moved to the US is what a civil relationship we have with our police. Huh? We can fight with our police when they stop us, with not one thought in your head of losing your life. That's a luxury in America. I didn't even think about that. I just moved to the US to start working on The Daily Show. And one day I was driving and I got pulled over by a policeman, right? And I get pulled over by this policeman. And being pulled over by the police in America is a stressful experience because they make it a game show where you've got to try and figure out what's going on. In South Africa, it's simple, straight to the point. You get pulled over, the Metro Police comes there, he tells you, my friend, you were speeding. License, letter, license, plus no seatbelt, license. Then immediately you're in the game. Oh, come on, man, come on. Hey, don't come on, nothing here. Seatbelt, letter license. Busy driving here, shoemaker, yeah? Yeah. Now you're in the game. You know, it's time to talk. It's time to work things out. In America, they don't play that game. Policeman walked up to my window. I was sitting in the car. Got up there. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Sir, do you know why I pulled you over? Shouldn't you know why? Why are you asking me? No, I don't know. Sorry, what did you say? I said, I don't know why you pulled me over. I pulled you over, sir, because you were speeding. Oh, okay, I didn't know. Do you know how fast you were going, sir? Did you not check your notes before you came? I feel like this is part of now I'm doing your job and my job at the same time. Sir, are you giving me attitude? No, I'm not giving you attitude. I'm just saying you can't ask me why you stopped me and then ask me how fast I was going. Next thing you're going to ask me to write my own tickets. Sir, are you giving me attitude? You're going to get out of this car right now. Sir, are you giving me attitude? And I was just talking to the guy because I was like, look, man, you can't say. Here's the craziest thing the cop said to me. He looked at me and he's like, sir, I'll tell you something. You were going 100 miles an hour. And I was like, 100 miles an hour? I was like, how did you know that? Can I see the thing? He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, show me your gun. And he's like, I got, no, whoa, not that one, whoa. I want to see the laser gun. Show me the speed. He's like, I don't need that, sir. I estimated that you were going 100 miles an hour. I was like, estimated? What does 100 look like? Can't just estimate 100. So he's just going to look. He's like, I can do that, okay? I can look and estimate. I'm like, dude, that's a dangerous thing to do. So you just look and then you go, that guy's going 100. You can't just estimate. Imagine if I just do that with you where I'm like, estimate, standard 7, pelele. Yeah? Can't just do that. I'm sorry, sir, what did you just say to me? I didn't say any. I'm just saying that it's not fair for you to it's a weird experience with police over there. And my friend was in the passenger seat. He was shitting himself the whole time. He was just like, yo, dude, shut up. Yo, dude, shut up. Shut up, Trevor. Shut up, Trevor. You're going to get us killed. Shut up, Trevor. I was like, what do you mean get us killed for what? Why are we getting killed now? He's like, shut up, Trevor. Shut up, Trevor. I take that for granted because in America, you could get shot. You know, and you read stories and you see stories of black Americans getting shot, and that is true. They get shot at a disproportional rate. But white Americans also get shot by the police all the time. White police in America, police in general in America, are trigger happy. They don't play games. It's all racism. It's just police as a whole. Shoot first, ask questions later. There they are. You! Freeze! Did I get that order right? We take for granted the relationship we have here. In America, you read stories of people getting shot because they pulled out their wallets. In South Africa, you'll get shot because you didn't pull out your wallets. We're always talking. That's my favorite thing about South African police, is that you feel like you're part of what's happening. Pull over, the cop comes there. How are you, sir? I'm fine. How are you? Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah? I don't know if you saw here. Let me just show you. Can you see here? Check the numbers. See that one there? Top score. Yeah? See there? Top score, yeah? See that number there, yeah? Yeah. What does that number say? Then you're like, it says 160. Yeah? If it was Pac-Man, you have an extra life now, eh? Yeah?
160. So, what are we doing now? Malume. Yeah, what are we doing now? Malume. Hey, yeah, I know, my man, I know. They feel your pain. We're in this together. I almost feel like we need to send South African police. We need to send South African police to America, just so that Americans can learn what it's like to have a functional police force that's not always threatening to end your life. You know? A police force where you can communicate, where you can air your differences without fear of mortal retribution. Wouldn't that be great to have Americans in sticky situations? There they are at a standoff. The police pull up. Woo! Woo! All right, we're going to hand you over. We've got a Sergeant Matabula here. He's a specialist from South Africa. We're going to hand you over. Hello? Hello, sir. How are you? Man, I ain't coming out. Yeah. I'm greeting you. I said, how are you? Don't just shout here. We are talking. How are you? I'm fine, man. Thank you very much for asking. How are you? I'm doing good. Thank you very much. Okay, what's going on here, my brother? Look, man, that shit y'all trying to pin on me, it ain't true, man. I'm innocent. Okay. So just come out and we can talk. Nah, man, I know how this shit goes down. Y'all gonna kill me or I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in jail. That's not true. That's not true. Just come out, we can talk. I know what y'all gonna do, man. I got two options. I'm gonna die or I'm gonna spend my life in jail. There's another option. It involves a cold drink. It doesn't have to be this way.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can win cool prizes. And by prizes, I mean surprise. There's no prizes. It's a free YouTube video, you greedy. Just click the video, man. Why you want free things on free things? So we rolled together, jumped into the car, and so we drove for about 20 minutes, right, to what I thought was going to be a restaurant. Instead, Dave pulls over into an abandoned parking lot. Kills the engine, looks over at me and goes, "All right, dude, we're here." I was like, "Where? At my murder scene?" It's like, "No, dude, we're getting tacos over there." And he points, and in the corner of the parking lot was a truck. Right? A food truck, yeah, which I've now learned is quite common in America. In fact, some of the best food you'll find at a food truck. But at that moment in time, you have to forgive me, I was a little bit apprehensive. Okay? Yeah, I just wasn't quite comfortable with the idea of getting my food from an establishment that would not be there the next day. I feel like there's a certain level of accountability that comes with permanence. Dave was adamant, though. He's like, "Dude, you gotta get it from a truck, dude. That's how you know it's real." I was like, "All right, well, let's just get this over with. Let's do it." So I hop out of the car, walk up to the truck. And it was definitely a taco truck, because there's a sign above it flashing that read, "Tacos. Tacos. Tacos." And by the way, weird piece of trivia about me as a person. I hate signs that flash but don't change. Yeah, I always feel like a sign shouldn't be allowed to flash unless it intermittently changes to some other information. Otherwise, I think that's wasted suspense. It should be illegal. Because it always catches my eye, and then I wait for something else, like tacos, and tacos. And what else? Tacos. Anything else? Tacos. Just stay on tacos! Anyway, now I'm irritated. I walk up to the truck, and as I get there, this little dude pops out, and he was in a completely different mood to me. You could tell. He just popped his head. I was like, "Hey, how you doing, man? You want some tacos?" I said, "It would be awkward if we didn't." He says, "What? Oh, yeah, of course, man, of course. But you never know. Maybe you want something else, yeah?" I said, "Oh, what else do you have, my friend?" He said, "No, nothing, man. It's a taco truck." I said, "Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's a moment of my life I'll never get back. Thank you very much." I said, no, calmate, man. I'm just staying, I don't want to waste your time. You want tacos? Let's do tacos. How many tacos you want, my friend? I said, well, I don't know how many tacos to get, sir. I've never had tacos before. So you've never had tacos? I said, no, I have. You've never had tacos? He's like, oh, you should meet my friend Dave. Because I'm not going to order food when I don't know what it is, okay? I don't know what the quantities are. I don't know what tacos are. I don't know what taco is. I don't know what taco be, okay? What do you say? How many do you get? Because just now I'm going to be like, give me 5. What if tacos like little pigs or something? I'm like, give me 5. Next thing I'm walking home with this, wee. And that's how I started my farm. Like I have no clue what these things are. So I'm like, yo, man, I just want to try the food. Just give me enough to try. He's like, okay, you just trying it out. 2 tacos is enough, my friend. I said, okay, then give me 2 tacos. He's like, 2 tacos, coming up. Guy goes to the back, starts preparing the food. I have no clue what's coming out. Comes back a few minutes later. He's like, hey, my friend, your tacos are ready. I said, oh, thank you, man. Thank you very much. He's like, yeah, you want a napkin? I said, I'm sorry, what? I said, do you want a napkin? And now, LA. This is where it gets weird for me. Because you see, where I'm from, napkins are the things babies wear to hold their shits. The thing for your mouth we call a serviette. But I didn't know that, so at this point, this man had just turned to me, offered me food, and then said, you want a napkin? I said, I'm sorry, I'm confused. Why would I want a napkin? So man, for the mess, afterwards. I said, for the mess? How instant is it that I need a napkin? I said, hey, man, you never know with tacos, man. 1 minute you think you got it, the next thing is coming out. I said, that sounds like the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. He's like, no, it's part of the experience. Everybody does it, man. You make a mess, you clean up, you come back and try again, I said, all right, that's an experience I don't want to have. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to skip it. He's like, so you're not going to try my food? I said, okay, I'll try the food, but I'm not going to take the napkin, man. He said, so what you going to do? I said, well, if it's as crazy as you say it is, I'll just eat the taco in the car on the way home. He's like, oh, you think you're safe. But you're going to be driving. Somebody swerves, you hit the brakes, splat, it's coming out. Don't be a hero, man. Just take the napkin. I said, all right, I'm not being a hero right now. I'm just being a grown-ass man, okay? Like if it gets really bad, I'll just squeeze super tight till I get to where I'm going. He's like, yeah, that's the problem. Some people, they don't know. They squeeze it too tight, then the juice comes spraying out even more. It can spray on your pants and on your shirt and all. I'm like, on my shirt? How the hell does shit get all the way up to my shirt? What is this, bouncing on the ground and ricocheting back up? What the hell is in this, man? He's like, hey, man, you want that napkin or not? I said, I don't even know what your tacos right now, dude. So much stress. Now I love tacos. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can win cool prizes. And by prizes, I mean surprise. There's no prizes. It's a free YouTube video, you greedy. Just click the video, man. Why you want free things on free things? I don't complain anymore. I genuinely don't. Because I've learned you complain everywhere in the world. Like when you travel, you realize how many people complain everywhere in the world. South Africa seems like we're crashing until you go to other places and they seem like they're crashing. I went to the UK. You think the UK is having a fantastic time. South Africa's like, oh, that's my dream. That's my dream. That's my dream if I can just go to the UK. Oh, the UK. Oh, wonderful place. Oh, I just need to go there. The motherland. Oh, just to touch the ground of my home. Oh, so it's not that great. People in the UK are suffering. They're having their own poverty. Old people are dying because they can't put in their heaters during the winter. This is what's happening in the UK, the Great Britain. People are suffering all over the world. In America, they're complaining. They're going, there's racism at the highest level, segregation, black people being shot by police. People are complaining everywhere. I go, we have our problems. At least I understand them. At least I understand. I don't complain, you know. I'm not saying people shouldn't complain. People will complain. Like white people will always complain. We know this, you know. No, and this is because white people are good at complaining. You have it in your blood. You see it from white people. Like when they're born, they have it. Like white babies don't cry the same. Other babies are crying like, White babies are like, why? 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 White people have it in their blood. It's part of who white people are. And it's just a thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just a thing, you know. White people are so good at complaining. They've got different techniques of complaining. It's not just one style of complaining. Some of them will complain on Facebook. You know, some of them will complain on 702. My favorite type of complaining white people do is the silent complaint. That's my favorite. The silent breathing complaint. That's the best one ever. Yeah. Where they just breathe out really hard. I love that. You see them everywhere just doing that. The best is it almost multiplies by more than what it is when two of them see each other. That's it, like it becomes a powerful thing. I don't even understand what that is. Why do you breathe out your anger? That's all white people. That's why Cape Town is so windy. It's just so many white people at the same time. That's all it is. But I've learned people complain overseas. I understand. Everyone complains. You know what I hate though? Is when someone complains about my country. I hate that more than anything in the world. Yeah. Because you know what? There may be problems, but it's my country. As my mom always said, this is my child. I'll solve it myself. That's how I work. Because I was in the UK and this guy, we had a conversation. Started nicely and then we took a left turn. In the middle of the conversation, he goes, yeah, that's really interesting. But you know what your problem is, Trevor? You know what your problem is in South Africa? Yeah? You know what your problem is? I said, no, but you'll tell me, won't you? So yeah, I'll tell you, Trevor. I'll tell you what your problem is. In South Africa, you've got too much crime. That's the problem. Too much bloody crime. Yeah, crime and vuvuzelas. That's your problem. That's the crazy, he didn't even pause when he said crime and in the same sentence. Crime. He didn't walk away. He didn't go like, crime, that's the problem. Oh, you know what? And no, he went crime and vuvuzelas. Like in equal measure, these are the plagues of our nation. Like every day we battle crime and like mothers are seeing their children leave the house going, Temba, be careful of the crime. Nama vuvuzela, yes? Look after yourself, boy. It made it sound like every day in South Africa, people are getting shot randomly in the streets. They're like, hey! Crime and really? And vuvuzelas? When the hell did the vuvuzela become the most hated instrument in the world? I don't understand how this happened. I don't understand how we allowed this to happen as South Africans. We just bowed down to the world. They're like, oh, the vuvuzela horrible. We're like, we're sorry. So no, I will not. I stand up for my vuvuzela. You know why? We don't have a vuvuzela problem. We never had a vuvuzela problem. Because before 2010, there was no vuvuzela problem. After 2010, we haven't had a vuvuzela problem since, yeah. During the World Cup, we didn't have a vuvuzela problem. We had a foreigners blowing vuvuzela problem. That's what we had. In South Africa, we should have a thing where you have to have a license to blow vuvuzela. You can't just come here not knowing vuvuzela etiquette, blowing it randomly. The English fans, the Spanish fans, middle of the day, there they are, 9 a.m. What are you doing? It's so much fun. It's wrong. What are you doing? It's fun. But it's my dad's funeral. Yeah, but still, it lightens the mood, doesn't it? We'll miss him. Like, what the hell are you doing? These guys blew vuvuzela. Then the world was like, oh, South African vuvuzela. No, South African vuvuzela in the wrong hands. That's what it is. That's what it is. Vuvuzelas don't make noise. People with vuvuzelas make noise. It's the wrong people. You know who should be blowing vuvuzelas? Qualified, skilled practitioners. Chiefs and Pirates supporters. That's who should be blowing vuvuzelas. Because there's never a problem with them. You watch them at those games. You watch them. There's always one guy in the corner. One guy. A mysterious man. You don't know where he's from, nor where he's going. He almost just pitches up in the stadium by himself. And there he is with his vuvuzela. He's got those little mining hats that they've designed. You know, his uniform is like the Pirates logo, but it's painted on his stomach. He doesn't wear a shirt. And you know those stomachs that are hard, but it doesn't look fat. It looks like it's full of confidence. And those guys stand there and they blow their vuvuzelas in the corner by themselves. It is the sexiest thing you've ever seen. That vuvuzela will speak to you. That guy's just there in the corner. It is so sexy. You watch that guy standing there looking like a Zulu Kenny G. Just, oh. How are you gonna hate on the vuvuzela? That's the best instrument in the vuvuzela is us. That's the sound of Africa. That's what I picture out on the Serengeti. On one of those like National Geographic shows. David Attenborough commentating. And as you look out, far into the distance of the African bushveld, you can vaguely make out the silhouette of the South African vuvuzela. The male vuvuzela is a stunning creature. And it is mating season now. He has roamed for kilometers searching for the perfect mate. He has found her. The two vuvuzelas slowly begin the mating ritual. The female is impressed. She assumes the position as the male slowly mounts her and they begin procreation. The male is finished. He slowly moves away from the female. She seeks out for his approval and affection. He just wants to sleep. How are you gonna hate on the vuvuzela? I love that.
Hey there, thanks for watching. Now, all I need you to do is click on that little circle on your screen. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, just like that. Hold on. Yeah, click.